Greetings and salutations. I'm Christopher Platt, reporting for Your Black World News with an article from News One. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and visit theblackbusinessschool.com to learn about financial literacy and how you can grow your business today. The Supreme Court on Friday overturned the murder conviction of a black man on the grounds that a Mississippi district attorney intentionally kept black jurors off the case. And while the 7-2 decision led by Justice Brett Kavanaugh seemed pretty decisive, Justice Clarence Thomas, the court's lone black judge, made sure it was known that he vehemently disagreed with the ruling surrounding Curtis Flowers' case. The High Court sided with Curtis's lawyers, who argued that District Attorney Doug Evans, who's white, excluded potential black jurors on the basis of race in the 2010 trial. The HuffPost reported. The defense attorney said the Mississippi Supreme Court failed to properly apply U.S. Supreme Court precedent in determining whether people were unconstitutionally kept off a jury on the basis of race. But Thomas said he respectfully dissented with the ruling, emphasizing in his written response that Mississippi is perfectly free to convict Curtis Flowers again. He said that option was the case's lone redeeming quality and expressed more sympathy for the 4 victims' families than he did for an American citizen who the Supreme Court said didn't receive his constitutional right to a fair trial that is protected under the Sixth Amendment. Thomas also rejected the notion that racism was involved in the original case. The scene on Friday came 3 months to the day after Thomas spoke during oral arguments about Flowers' case, which includes him being tried 6 times for the 1996 murders of 4 people inside a furniture store. Flowers was convicted in 2010. Back during those oral arguments, Thomas asked Flowers' attorney whether the defense struck any potential jurors at the trials. That was followed by his request that she identify the race of those people. Flowers confirmed that the defense team had struck white people from sitting on the jury. When Justice Thomas spoke near the end of the argument, it jolted the courtroom. His 3 questions suggested that both sides rely on racial stereotypes in picking jurors, the New York Times noted at the time. One of Flowers' attorneys said she hoped this ended her client's legal ordeals. That Mr. Flowers has already endured 6 trials and more than 2 decades on death row is a travesty, Sherry Lynn Johnson, a professor at Cornell Law School, said in a brief statement after the conviction was overturned. A 7th trial would be unprecedented and completely unwarranted given both the flimsiness of the evidence against him and the long trail of misconduct that has kept him wrongfully incarcerated all these years. We hope that the state of Mississippi will finally disavow Doug Evans' misconduct, decline to pursue yet another trial, and set Mr. Flowers free. Racial bias in the jury selection process is an ongoing problem that the U.S. Supreme Court banned, but which nevertheless continues. In April 2018, the Washington Supreme Court became the first court in the nation to adopt a specific rule banning implicit and intentional racial bias in jury selection, according to the American Civil Liberties Union. In Flowers' case, 4 juries that returned guilty verdicts were either all white or had few black jurors. 2 trials with more black people on the jury ended in mistrials. Flowers was first found guilty in 1997 and was sentenced to die. 3 years later, the Mississippi Supreme Court threw out the conviction. Judges in the 2 other instances found that the prosecutor rejected potential black jurors because of their race. During his time on the High Court's bench, Thomas has consistently sided with the Supreme Court's conservative justices on issues that impact black lives. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to share this video and let us know what you think. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Your Black World News YouTube channel and visit theblackbusinessschool.com today. I'm Christopher Platt reporting. Until next time, shalom.